So I've just gone through my emails and I've just found the exact email pinpointing the exact date and the exact time that I did something that would, at that point I didn't know, I hoped it would, but would change my life completely. Like from that point forward, completely changed the trajectory. It was the 3rd of June 2015, the time was 13:36. I'm looking at the email now, and this investment cost me $397 10 years ago. It'll be 10 years ago this June, and the investment was for Fergles 6-figure coaching. All right, so Fergle Downs is now one of my business partners and a very close and very good friend, and I'm absolutely blessed to be friends with this man. He's one of the best, he really is. But I remember so clearly what happened then. You see, back then in 2015, things were not good for me. My dad was seriously ill, my business was failing, I was in debt, and I just really didn't know what to do and where to turn. And I was sitting outside Lidl, the supermarket, near to where I was working. I was in the car park and I had my phone with me and I was listening and watching a webinar in my lunch break, and the webinar was being hosted by Fergle. And there was a point that I'll never forget where Fergle said that he'd done over $200,000. And I thought, blimey, I mean, like that's a lot of money, and you sound like a really decent, normal bloke. And, you know, almost like if you can do that, maybe I can do that, was the kind of thinking that I was thinking at that time. And it's so nice to find this email because it shows me how much I paid, when I paid, and also just confirms that, you know, the memory in my mind, 13:36 would have been about right. 25 to 2 in the afternoon, there I was in the car park of Lidl, listening to this, and it was at that point that I thought, right then and there, yes, I'm going to do this. And I made that decision there and then. I didn't have any real money. I had a credit card and I put it on a credit card, and I went ahead and I took Fergle's training, and they were like the first steps to me doing what I do now, and that is, you know, make a full-time living on the internet, teaching people how to make money online, and a lot of that I do with Fergle. And it's amazing when you think back to moments like that, you know, because I think quite often we get ourselves in a position where we just don't know what to do, and we think, well, if only there was a solution that could genuinely help, and wasn't a solution that was just me literally throwing my money at something that was never going to work. And I found that with Fergle. Now, of course, Fergle gave me, you know, the instructions, like the step-by-step on what to do, but then it was down to me to do that. And I've since then I've taught thousands of people how to make money online, and I know that the most important thing is that when you get something like this, that you actually take action. It sounds a bit cliche, but you actually do the stuff that you need to do in order to get it going. It's only 2 letters. It's the 2-letter word, do. All right, you do the stuff, and then you've got a chance of getting results. Now I'm about to hand you over to one of the webinars that Fergle and myself hosted recently, and on that webinar there were some technical hitches on our process in back office, so we weren't being notified of how many people were joining. I think I say on the webinar that 12 joined in less than an hour. They joined our program, but I think in reality it's probably more like 16, and we opened up 20 spots, and within the first 24 hours all 20 were gone, and then we opened up another 20 and they went. So it was a pretty amazing webinar, and I thought that I'd share that with you here today so that you can see if maybe this is something for you, because just like I did then, you know, this might be a time where you're looking for something, you know that you need something to change and you don't know what you should do, but you want something that you can rely on and from somebody that you can trust. And that hopefully is going to be me for you. Now, if you watch this webinar, you decide that the time's right for you as well, you're going to have your little moment, your little moment in like the equivalent of my little moment in the car park, and you're going to join up. Then I can tell you that I'm going to give you 20 bonuses worth over $7,000 completely free of charge, and you'll get instant access to them. There'll be an access document, a Google Doc, waiting for you inside your Warrior Plus account when you go through and make your purchase. So that's to enable you to get way more value than the amount of money that you'll be investing in this program, which isn't a lot of money, and it could be a lot more, but we wanted to keep it realistic, as you'll see. And included in those bonuses are my breakthrough training. The breakthrough training will show you absolutely everything you need to know about what I do, making money online as an affiliate and as a product creator, etc. Also the art of pimping, which is how it all began for me when I started taking products and pimping them, just basically making them better, more increasing their value, etc. That was one of the catalysts as well for me making a lot of success online. So you're going to get that. You're also going to get domain pimp, which is going to show you how you can buy and sell domain names to make a little bit of side hustle money. You can buy them for sort of $10 and sell them for a couple of $100 each easily, and you're going to get all the other bonuses as well. There's a ton of stuff in there, a huge bonus list of 20 bonuses that you'll get absolutely free of charge from me as a kind of thank you, and also just to put your mind at rest that you're getting insane value if you decide to join this program. So we've just opened up another 20 spots. So when you watch this webinar replay, you can pause, rewind, you can fast forward. There's none of that kind of restriction stuff. If you're watching this on YouTube, then obviously you know that you can do that. And it's a replay of a live webinar, so you'll be able to hear the questions that people asked and the answers that we gave. You'll be able to hear when people would join in, etc. So in all transparency, you can see exactly how it all took place and what happened. And I think you'd probably even hear me say about some lag on the information that was coming back to us when people would join in. But this is a really clever, simple system that Fergle brought to me and Max a while back, and he literally showed us a screenshot, and you're going to see that screenshot in the webinar, where I think he made something like $6,500 in the space of a month, and he did that without doing any work. And he came to us and he said, lads, I've been doing this in the background and these are my results. And I added them all up and it was like over $6,000 or something. And we're like, well, how'd you do that without doing any work? And he told us what it was, and that's when we decided to create this program, because we knew that what he was doing was so simple that anybody could do it, and there's no worries about saturation, and it works over and over and has been working like a dream for so long now, and our members are loving it and we're loving it, and I think you're going to love it too. So just before I hand over to the webinar, if you enjoy my videos, or you think that you're going to enjoy this one, or if at any point during the video you do enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, because I know a lot of people that regularly watch my videos haven't subscribed, then please hit that subscribe button, and when you do, click the notification bell, because I am releasing a lot of free training on my channel at the moment, so you don't want to miss out on any of that. And then in the comments below, just let me know what's the biggest thing that you struggle with when it comes to making money online, and maybe I can answer that for you as well. So with that being said, let's hand over to this webinar now, and if at any point you want to join, you'll find the join link that qualifies you for all those bonuses below this video. So feel free to do that. I can't wait to see you on the inside, and I can't wait for you to have some success in your life. So let's do this. Right, we are live. If you can see and hear us, Fergle, do you want to say hello?
What's up, guys? Yeah, if you can see and hear us, please let us know where you're coming from in the world and what your name is. Just type it into the chat box there in the bottom right-hand corner. So we've got 37 people on live at the moment.
Nice.
Great. So it looks like people can hear us. That's
all
good news.
All good. So what we're going to be talking to you about today is our secret hands-off money-making system. And the thing is as well, about everything that we do, we're always working on ways to improve that. So it's not like we start something and then just move on. So we're going to show you how you can make $240 plus per day without doing any real work, and scale that to 10K per month and beyond. So if you've ever needed any extra cash and you wondered if it really was possible to find a hands-off system that really generates money with almost no work, then you should hang around and watch this webinar. I know all of that stuff sounds a bit bold, that I could come out on this webinar and kick things off by saying that we have a hands-off system that does generate money, and you don't do any work to do that. All right. Now we're going to be showing you more about that, and we're going to hear from Fergle himself, who is the creator of this system, and you're going to see how he brought it to me and Max, and how shocked we were. And we were in disbelief, because obviously, in this day and age, with the way things are, there are a lot of, there's a lot of dodgy stuff online, and it's hard to pick between the good stuff and the bad stuff sometimes. So we're proud that what we've got is the good stuff. And we've got a lot of students who are making a lot of money, and I'm going to be showing you a lot of proof today from those students. All right. So it's a set and forget system that works and works regardless of previous age, and there are no techie skills at all required. Now, we believe in transparency and honesty. So today's webinar will be an informal presentation, not a fancy sales pitch. And we're going to be releasing 20 new places, a maximum, on a first come, first served basis. Now, the last time we did this, almost all of them sold out on the live webinar. So you will need to be quick on this. If you're watching this on a replay, then simply hit the buy button below the video and you can see if we've got availability. It might, if it comes up with the cart and it shows the price and that, then we've got availability. And if it says it's unavailable, then that means we've sold out again. So what we do is we release spots, we bring people in, and we make sure they're set up and off, up and running, and then we'll release more spots after that. So we can't just have a ton of people coming in all the time. So we've spent the last 12 months putting this together for you, and we will work with you by your side until you reach $10,000 per month. And what we've got here is a very, very simple system that we've perfected, and it came about almost by chance. So Fergle was chatting with me on Facebook Messenger, and he showed me some of his results from a crazy little system that he'd been testing. And he did, and I added this up today. And what I did, Fergle, was I took all the figures, and because I didn't have time to stick it into a calculator, I actually stuck it into AI and said, total this lot up for me. And I was amazed at what it came to. So you did $6,531 in your first month with this without doing any work at all. Can you vouch for that?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's the way you say without doing any work at all, people are going to be like, oh, this sounds too good to be true. But the reason you don't do any work at all is because you hand everything over to a virtual assistant in Pakistan or in India who do the work for you for pennies on the dollar. So you do absolutely nothing. You give them that work, and then you just move on to the next step in the 100K Alliance, and you let that run on autopilot while you move on to level 2, level 3, and level 4.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, when you put it like that, it makes it sound a bit more believable, doesn't it? Because it can sound a bit crazy, but it's the only thing that I've ever been involved with where I can genuinely, hand on heart, say to my students, my followers, that you will get paid without doing anything. And what Fergle's just explained there, I mean, in order for you to keep this running with your VA, all you need to do is once a month is pay them, right?
Yeah. So it's about 5 minutes work per month. It sounds ridiculous. You're looking at those figures and I'm telling you, I work 5 minutes per month to send her the fee. She's in Pakistan. So, she does quite well out of it. She made me so much money in my 3rd month that I bought her a car as a bonus. So not a Porsche or a Ferrari, but a nice enough car for her to be able to drive her kids to school and all that, So 5 minutes work per month just to pay her, and then that's it. Then I move on to, like I said, what we have in the 100K Alliance is the level 2, level 3, level 4.
Yeah, and isn't that a lovely thing though, that I just think it's the best thing ever that you've got this VA working for you. You're paying her. She's getting a regular kind of salary from you now from this one thing that's part of what we've got here, and that you're able to get her a car. She can take the kids to school, and so it's like a win-win on so many different levels. And I've got to say that. See, the thing about this as well, guys, is that what we're going to show you today is something that, like, for example, Fergle still does this every single day, although he doesn't have to do anything. It's in place every single day. And the commissions keep coming in. I mean, don't they, Fergle? How many times do I keep messaging you and saying, like, geez, man, you just done another $497? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's been going quite well and totally passive as well, which is, it's great because it allows you, if you do want to move on to the next steps, you can. If you don't, and you just want to make this passive income and work $5 or 5 minutes per month, then you can just do that as well.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, literally. So what we're talking about here, we'll tell you more about this as we go on. But we have a program that has got 4 modules, and module 1 is where the 497 sales come in, the 297 sales come in, the 197 sales come in, and all of those sales come in completely on autopilot. All right, completely. So as Fergle was saying, he's set it up. That's it, done. I mean, literally, it was like months and months and months ago. He doesn't have to do anything anymore. It literally is just on autopilot, while he can go and do other stuff, and like he can do the other stuff that we've got inside the modules, as we were saying there. So if you just needed some extra money coming in, then this is a great side hustle that you set up once. And I know I shouldn't really say it, but it is set and forget. It's set and forget. You set it up once, you let it roll, and the money keeps coming in. And I wouldn't be so passionate and speak with such conviction if it wasn't for the fact that these sales that are coming through, right? So they're going through my vendor account, and so I get a notification, so I can see the affiliates, the members that are making these sales. And of course, Fergle, being the king of this, right? He's getting them pinging left, right, and center. So I see the proof in the pudding. It's there. I see it. I'm like, the phone goes off. You look at 497. Damn, who's got that? Fergle, And of course, our other students as well, as you're going to see, we're going to show you a ton of proof from our other students doing exactly the same thing. They've set theirs up, and it's off and running. So I'm going to actually show you the actual conversation that me and Fergle had on Facebook Messenger when he told me about this. All right, the actual conversation. I've got a screenshot of that. So give me a yes in the chat box if you'd be curious to see that, because we want total transparency here. Yes.
Lots of yeses coming through.
Yep. Yes, thank you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Right, so here is the conversation, genuine conversation, and he says, here's some of the results I've had with it. And now in a minute, I'm going to show you, though, that where we got that figure, 6,000. I'm going to show you a close-up so you can see that. He says, here's some of the results we've had with it. I say, nice. And is this part of the 100K Alliance training? Because we've been talking about putting this together. And he said, yeah, that's the first traffic method I teach, module 1, right? So I say, sick. And it takes pretty much no work once set up. And Fergle says, 0 work. I just pay her once a month. So I say, I'm putting this conversation on the sales page. That's amazing. And I need to take the 100K Alliance training myself. Now, I must admit, I still haven't done that, Fergle. You keep saying to me, and I'm going to get that done. It's crazy that I'm just leaving money on the table, not doing it myself. But yeah, so do you remember that conversation?
Yeah, of course. I remember well. It was the start of things to come.
I think your internet's gone a little bit bibbly there. I can't. You're kind of breaking up. And your screen is frozen a bit. So let me just move on to the next slide and see if you can wiggle your area around or something. So here is the total. So I don't know how clearly you can see, but these are all different promotions that Fergle was doing using this system, and they're ranged in kind of the amount of commissions earned. So the one at the top, he did over 1,000, then 819. So I've put them on the right hand side. I've made them bigger for you, right, all down here, so that you can see them more clearly, and totaled them all up, and it was over $6,500, which is shocking, in the first 31 days for it's the results of a system that he didn't have to do any work for. And like, as we've said, literally once it's set up, the VA takes care of everything for you, and the VA gets paid handsomely for what they do, but it's pennies on the dollar. So you don't have to pay much at all for your VA compared to the results you get. And it's literally just bringing you in the money. How are we doing, Fergie? You look like I think you're a bit clearer now, or are you frozen? Yeah, no, you're frozen. Okay. I didn't know if you were just thinking. No, right. We've lost Fergle for a bit. So what's beautiful about this system is that once you've got it up and running, it is hands-free. And we have lost Fergle. Set and forget. It just pulls the money in while you do whatever else you want to do. Now, you can do this regardless of whoever you are. And I mean that because we've got members now from all walks of life, all genders, races and ages. In fact, we've got Richard, who's just turned 83, and he's done over $240 while sleeping on this particular post here, right? So congratulations, Richard, on your $240.52 commission for the 100K Alliance. He's 83 years old, and he's come into this and just like followed the training, got it set up, and seen the money coming in. And there's a testimonial on the sales page that Richard has written for us. And he says, I bought a ton of shiny objects and I came across the 100K Alliance and boom, it worked like a charm. He says here, one day I woke up, I was astounded to see $242 in earnings in my account and several others to boot. Yep, Fergle, you're back.
I'm back.
Did you twiddle your aerial?
The Wi-Fi isn't the best here.
No. So where in the world are you at the moment? Vietnam?
Yeah, I'm currently in Vietnam. Yeah, I left Dubai about 2 months ago and came to Vietnam.
Right. And that's just another example of what this business can do for you. You know, so both Max and Fergle, who are my two business partners in this, travel the world to make me jealous as hell, going to all these incredible places while this business enables them to do that, you know, which is just fantastic. And it depends what you want. Obviously, you might not want to travel. You might just want to have more money wherever you are in the world. And that's the other thing as well, just to say, we will be showing you like dollars, US dollars, but this can be done from anywhere in the world. You do not need a US dollar bank account. You don't need a special bank account. We operate on international platforms. The platform pays you out directly to your PayPal or to your bank account, and it will be converted into your local currency. All right. So, and then Richard. So we were talking about Richard. So he bagged this $242, and then he bagged another $242.23. So he's pretty pleased with that. You know, you don't need any technical knowledge. We cover everything that you need to do in simple training. But we're committed to ensuring our students' success, and that's why we come up with a done-for-you solution that would work for everyone, regardless of previous experience, success, skills, or knowledge. So the 100K Alliance took 12 months to complete, ready to deliver to you, and it's ready and waiting just one click away from this webinar right here. And here are some of the reasons that this is a total no-brainer for you. It's a done-for-you solution, all right? You save years of learning, trial, and error. You save thousands of dollars of wasted, well, pounds or whatever you are, wherever you are, invested programs that simply don't work. I mean, between the three of us, and you can see two of us here, Christ knows how much we've spent before we actually cracked it online. But, I mean, I would imagine probably in the tens of thousands each, Fergle, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And not just that, but the wasted time as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because you think, oh, I think this is going to work, and you put everything into it, and when it doesn't, you literally have wasted weeks or months and got nothing to show for it. Whereas with this, you know, I mean, we're very fortunate that Fergle is always, and it's still doing it now, working away in the background, trying to find things that absolutely work, you know, and it's brilliant because then what he does is he shares it with us. And it's exciting because on a daily basis, we're talking about stuff. And, you know, he's always saying, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I've got these results, you know. And it really is exciting because not everything works, but when it does, it works absolutely incredibly, just like this. So you get to work closely with 3 super affiliates with over $5 million under their belt. That's Fergle, myself, and Max. And we have a fast-track system to get you started. We'll work with you by your side until you reach that magical 10K per month and more. And you'll earn high-ticket commissions with our done-for-you funnel. No need to build your own offer. No need to do copywriting. No need to create sales pages. No need to create sales videos. No graphic design skills required. No testing required. As we said, we've done all that for you so you don't have to. No face on camera. No voice on microphone. We handle product delivery, we handle the support, access to all future updates at no extra charge, and you're grandfathered in at the lowest price regardless of how high we go with this. No extra charges, we host it all on our servers, private community for support, accountability, and success. So who are we? Well, as you may have gathered so far, Trevor, Fergle, and Max. We've put our initials because of Max's surname, but I do understand that you can actually say your surname quite well, Fergle.
It's a tough one. I tried to say it in the airport when I lost him in Alicante. Max Gersten Mayer, I think it is.
Oh, very good.
He'll probably give out to me for pronouncing it like that, but it's a good effort.
That sounded convincing. That sounded very convincing. I mean, I am impressed, mate. I am impressed. So these figures here are actually a bit older now. They've gone up quite a bit. I think this one, so this is vendor stats. I think I'm up to about 2 million on this now. But just to show you anyway, this is just to show you that we do this stuff and we know what we're doing. So they're my vendor stats. That's my account. That's Fergle's account. He's well over 1 million there as well now. And this is our favorite picture because this is Max's current balance in his account waiting to withdraw. And, like imagine having 50 grand sitting in your account that is your cash that you can withdraw whenever you want. I mean, personally, I would have withdrawn that a long, long time ago. But as we've said before, the beers are on Max by looks of it, Fergle.
Absolutely.
So what we've got for you, you're about to enjoy regular, low, mid, and high ticket commissions as we build your entire marketing business for you. Tested to work with no trial and error, ready to go. We're about to hand it over to you. And we're not going to give it to you and leave you to your own devices. We're going to stay with you every step of the way to ensure you get to $10,000 per month with this method. Now, there's never been an offer quite like this, and we can only let so many people in, as we said earlier, at a time. So we make sure that we can work with our new 100K Alliance partners and guide them to that 10K per month. So to begin with, we're going to open up another 20 spots here today. Now, this 100% works, and our members are already making amazing affiliate commissions with virtually no work, as we said earlier. So I'm just going to go through now a few posts just to show you that this stuff is all genuine. And these have been pulled off of our Facebook group. It's our private members only Facebook group. And we'll just run through those. So Daryl Lewis, 497 sal. Timothy Black, 197 sal. Timothy Black, 497 sal. Daryl Lewis, another 497 sal. Christopher Louis, 497. Brian, 497. Kevin Clark, a 497. Christopher Louis, again, a 497. And another 497. And another 197. And a 297. It's crushing it. Ronnie, 497 sal. Bree Bishop, 497. Siraj, 497. Trisha, 297. Trisha, 497. Lewis, 497. Trisha, another 197. Trisha, another 497. Kevin, a 297. Kevin, a 497. Kevin, a $240 commission. Anil, $240 commission. Anil, another $240. Richard, $240. Richard, $242. Brian, $311 and another $311. And Anil, another $240. Tom, $240. Tom, $242. Brian, another $314. And another $311. Brett, $243. Brett, another $240. Kunal, another $240. And George, $386. Just to give you an idea of what I mean, they got to say that's pretty amazing. That's lovely for us, isn't it, Fergle, to see these guys making this money without really doing anything.
Absolutely, yeah, because a lot of these people are complete beginners. And I remember my excitement when I made my first $22 sale online. I jumped around the sitting room like, yes. You know, I rang my family these are people are making their very first sale, brand new to internet marketing, and they're making like $297 commissions or more. They're making low ticket, mid ticket, recurring commissions, everything. Yeah. So it just must be, it's so exciting for us to be able to live our first sale through them again, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It is the best feeling when you see it come in, isn't it? And so, as it says on this slide here, that all of these are aside from the daily launch commission. So, just to give you an idea, what the system that we've got does is it enables you to kind of use a very clever hack on free traffic that is going to get eyes on your link so that you can get affiliate commissions from the multiple offers that are being launched on a daily basis on sites like JVZoo and Warrior Plus. So all of those are from different vendors. They're all different offers. They could be training products. They could be software products and apps, etc. And you will make commissions on those. Now, sometimes those commissions will be low ticket, but sometimes they can actually become fairly high ticket. So, for example, this is Max here, and he put this in our chat. Our chat is called Launch Chat, and you can just see on the left-hand side there, there's Max and Fergle. And it's obviously from my point of view, so you can't see me, but that's the three of us in that chat. And he posted this, and if you look at it, it says, JVZoo, cha-ching, you've been paid $63.50. All of these came in pretty much at the same time, 28 minutes past 4 in the afternoon. 63.50, followed by 63.50, followed by 133.50, followed by 133.50, which is, pretty insane in itself, because that alone to come in just like a minute would be like, for me, I don't know about anyone else, I'll be like, thank you so much. That is, that is just awesome. And that's the kind of thing that you're going to be getting as well, because a lot of these offers will be, some of them might be like really low ticket, like $7.95. But as you know, they've all got a funnel. And so someone comes in, picks up a $7.95, and then they go through the funnel. And quite often they'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or more upgrades. And you suddenly see hundreds of dollars coming in the space of a few minutes. And that's not unusual, Fergle, is it, in this game?
Not at all. No, I've often made $1,000 days just with this module 1 method, just with that method alone, and that's the 5 minutes per month method. So yeah, easily done $1,000 days with just that.
Yeah, and $1,000 days are just the best. I mean, you talk about remembering your first, what was it, $22 commission?
$22, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I got to $1,000, I mean, you probably heard it so many times you'll fall asleep when I tell you, but it had been such a great day. I was kind of new to all of this, and I'd got up to over $700, and I walked out the front door. Jim, my Labrador, we're going for a walk, walked off and went down this hill. And as I'm going down the hill, my phone was pinging with more and more commissions. And I'm just like, oh, this is just amazing. And I think what was amazing about it as well is because they were coming in from all different things. It was like, not all eggs in one basket. It was loads of baskets throwing eggs at me, sort of thing. And when we got to a certain point, I looked at my affiliate commissions on my phone, and I went over $1,000 in that day. And I stopped, and I remember the feeling of just feeling so grateful. My eyes welled up, and I'm not shitting you now, seriously. The hairs on my arms stood on end. And my thought was like, just thank you so much. Thank you. Because I'd been through a tough time, and it was at that stage that I knew that everything was going to be all right. And the relief that I felt was just immense, immense great gratitude and relief and everything, all that stuff. It was the best feeling. It was better than the finest glass of champagne or the best Belgian beer, and I do love a Belgian beer, but it was just incredible, and that can happen, right? You literally, you do get people that go through and they take the full funnel. So yeah, just a bit of a backstory there for you. So here's Brian. Brian says, you saw Brian earlier on some of those slides. I joined 3 weeks ago, already making high ticket sales after following the step-by-step videos in the course. And this is John. John says, I've never earned no money affiliate marketing for the last 10 years. Yesterday, I had 2 sales. My God, I couldn't believe it. And we get a lot of those, don't we? It's lovely. So anyway, Fergle's now going to give you an idea as to what this is all about. Are you ready, Fergle?
For sure. So when it comes to becoming an internet marketer, there's really 3 ways that you can attempt to do that. the first way would be to buy a course. Let's say something for $12.95 is usually how much a course would cost on internet marketing. Now, I would say 99.9% of people are not successful with courses because inside a course, you just get the videos and there's no support or anything like that. So courses generally do not make people that successful online. So the second way is we could coach you. We could coach you to be an internet marketer. But again, a lot of people fail when it comes to coaching because we can tell you everything that we want you to do, that we need you to do, that you need to do to be successful. But then you still have to go out there, go through the trial and error and implement it all yourself. So me, Trevor, and Max sat down and we said, look, what is the way that we can ensure that people are successful online? And we came up with the third way. And the third way was to do it for you. So we're going to do 95% of the work for you. We're going to set up, like Trevor said, all of the sales pages, all of the websites, all of the sales videos, everything that you need to be a successful internet marketer. We're going to set all of that up for you and just give it to you. And in that way, we can ensure that you can be successful because we've gone through the trial and error. And then I've been a full-time internet marketer for 12 years. Trevor is about probably 10 years now. So we're just going to give you everything that you need, set you up, all done for you. And just to ensure that you can be successful.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Fergle. So why should you join? Well, as we said, it's a done-for-you solution, and you're going to save years of learning, trial and error. You're going to save thousands of wasted investments in programs that simply don't work, and we've done that, and we've all done that. And to be honest with you, that's what all this is about, is to save you from going down that route anymore. You're going to get to work closely with 3 super affiliates with $5 million under their belt. Well, it's over $5 million. We've got a fast track system to get you started earning in no time at all. And we'll work with you by your side until you reach that magical $10,000 per month figure and beyond. So right here, right now, it's at the lowest price that it will ever be. You'll earn high ticket commissions with our done for you funnel, and you'll earn low and mid ticket commissions too, as we've said. You're going to get access to all future updates at no extra charge, and you are grandfathered in at the lowest price, regardless of how high we ever go. Now, before we move to giving you an idea of how much this is going to come to, which is going to be surprisingly cheap today, we're going to offer you some bonuses as well. Okay. So for the next people who join us, you're going to get bonus number 1, the 100K Alliance TikTok traffic program. That's valued at $197. You're also going to get the 100K Alliance product launching formula, valued at $497. You're going to get the 100K Alliance high ticket closer, valued at $297. You're going to get Done For You Prodigy, valued at $197, and Done For You Prodigy Pro, valued at $297. So total bonus bundle here today is $1,585. And the price today to join the 100K Alliance and get everything we've discussed is going to be just $497 for the first 20 people to join us. Now, Fergle, I'm going to get the link ready. If you could just go through the questions and maybe answer any questions we've got there at the moment while I sort that link out.
Yeah, I was actually just typing a few of them there. Someone asked, does done for you mean you are the ones building it for us, or are we just learning to hire virtual assistants like Fergle mentioned? Well, I just answered that in the last few minutes ago. So yeah, we're going to be building 95% of this for you. And then the last little bit that you have to do is hire the virtual assistant. Now you're probably thinking, where do I get the virtual assistant from? How do I train them in? We show you exactly where to go and get them. And we give you a video that trains them in. So you hand them the video and that's it. They're all trained in and ready to go. And that's it. You just get started with them then straight away. And like I said, my first month doing this was $6,400, and it's increased. It's about $8,000 per month now.
Yeah,
and that's just with the module 1 method. Now, what we want you to do in the 100K Alliance is we want you to start with module 1, but waste no time on it. Get it set up, get your VA, and move on straight away. Level 2, level 3, and level 4. There's much more money in those levels. Someone asked, do you need an autoresponder to do this? No, especially not for module 1. If you choose to move on to the other levels, then you will need an autoresponder for level 4.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got some more questions there. Let me just go through them here. So someone asked, high ticket commissions will be about how much? Well, you've got everything from $297. You've got $197 you saw Max was making. Were they $119, Trevor, in the slide?
$133.65, I think it was, something like that.
Nice. Yeah. So you've got everything, and you'll have low ticket commissions as well. You'll have those $12 sales. You'll have recurring sales, all those mixed in. So you're not just going to be bashing the one product the whole time. You'll be promoting a number of products, all done by your virtual assistant, without you having to do any of the work.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Let me just have a look. I'll drop this link in here and we'll open the doors. So there you go. There's the link. And if anyone's got any more questions, feel free to ask.
So someone asked, why do I need a VA in the first place? Well, you don't actually need to have the VA, but you can get someone for so cheap. I'm talking like $5 for up to 3 hours work in Pakistan or in India, that it's worth your while to hire them. They're making great money as well in their own country. And you're able to then focus on module 2, module 3, and module 4. So I think the VA method is the best way to do it, but you don't have to hire the VA if you don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's right. You could do the stuff that they do yourself if you want, but the whole idea of this is that it's like hands off and you don't have to do anything. So, I mean, personally, my only advice I would give is you just listen to what Fergle says and do it. I mean, seriously, like back in the day, Fergle was my original mentor, right? I've done millions online, almost all thanks to listening to a webinar on my phone outside a supermarket in the UK, listening to Fergle and being shocked when he told me that he'd done $200,000 online. And I'm thinking, yeah, you sound like just such a nice bloke and a normal bloke, and you've done all this money. And so I signed up for his program and then listened to what he said and did it. And obviously, you know, here we are now today. So if you join today, you'll be grandfathered into all future updates and additions and continued support at no extra charge. So it's a one-time fee. And even when we increase the price to $1997 and $2997, you will not have to pay another penny. So now would be the best time to get in, without a shadow of a doubt, at this price. Crazy. So click the link now to secure your discounted membership and let us take you by the hand and get you to 10K per month in hands-off passive income.
I'll just go through a couple more questions there, Trevor.
Yeah.
Someone asked, do we have to pay for traffic? No, this is free traffic. Level 1, which is the method I make $6,400, currently $8,000 per month with, that's free traffic. Level 2, free traffic. Level 3, free traffic. Level 4, if you choose to go that far, is paid traffic, but you don't need to go to that level if you don't want to. We suspect you will. Once you've built up your income so much, you will have the money to invest in paid traffic at that point, but you don't have to.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Because traffic is a thing, isn't it, that a lot of people always ask, you know, this sounds great and all that, but what about traffic? But I mean, this the whole thing is all about harnessing a very, very powerful kind of avalanche of traffic, if you like, without having to pay for it. So our last secret weapon is the 100K Boost Squad. So we have a whole community that works together to power boost your results with the secret 100K Boost Squad, and it's also yours free today. So you're going to get the Boost Squad and all the other bonuses that we showed you there. Okay, I can see a few people coming through now. So anyone who's got any more questions before we wrap this up, just let us know.
So someone asked, are there any further payments as we progress through the different levels of the program? Trevor, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that you'd need to pay for would be, I suppose, I mean, as the business grows, you get more and more involved with it. You might want to do things like, you might want to get a website. And if you get a website, you need to buy the domain, and that's going to be maybe $10 or $15. And you would get some hosting, starts at maybe $2 to $5 per month, so not expensive. You might want to get an autoresponder as things move on. They start at around $10 to $20 per month, so not huge prices there. The only time that autoresponders become expensive is when you've got thousands of emails, and when you've got thousands of emails, you send a broadcast and you get paid thousands in return anyway. And so the cost of that, although it can seem like a lot of money, is irrelevant because you've got so much money coming in. So yeah, apart from that, I mean, there's a few tools that you might want as time goes on, but there's nothing really. This is like the cheapest way to start a business that you can ever imagine, because you don't need all the stuff that a traditional business needs. And I've got a lifetime of experience of all of that. Before I came into this full time, I had my own business and various businesses over the years. They all had premises, offices, warehouses, trucks, lorries, company cars, staff, all that, all big headaches and all huge overheads. And at the end of all that, you know, for what you got out of it, it was never anything like what I can earn today with this. So this is pretty much overhead free. You can do it from anywhere in the world. All you need is your laptop or your PC, your internet connection, which probably most of you have got. You know, you probably have. And if you haven't got an internet connection, you can go to a cafe. You can go to, I mean, we've got pubs in this country where you can go and sit in a pub and get a decent Wi-Fi signal and sit there and work for free, you know, buy yourself a drink, etc. So yeah, it's overhead wise, it's the lowest business, the easiest business to get into, the fastest business to get results with, you know, without a shadow of a doubt.
Someone asked, is TikTok related because TikTok is banned in my country? No, this is not related to TikTok at all. So don't worry about that. How quickly can we expect a return? Well, I can only go by our previous students. We have had lots of students that made sales in their first 48 hours. And that's high ticket sales. So you're talking $297, $247 inside 47 hours. Lots of people have made smaller ticket sales in the first 24 hours as well.
Yeah. I think, wasn't it Kevin who made a few $100s in the first few days?
We had a lot of people.
Yeah. Okay, I can see, I don't know the name, but your email ends in 76. Congratulations. Welcome aboard.
Someone asked, how often are you available to reach out if I need help going through all of this? We're with you every single step of the way. Every step of the way, Matthew. We have a members Facebook group, and the three of us are in there every day to answer any questions that you might have or any support that you need on anything related to internet marketing, not just on this system. So yeah, we're with you all the way.
Yeah, that's a good question. I like that, because you don't know, do you? But there are three of us. Obviously, there's only two of us on the call, but there are three of us. You'll get to meet Max another time. But there are three of us there, so you can come into that private members only group whenever you want, and you can ask whatever you want, and you can ask as many questions, and nothing. It doesn't matter, because you know when you're starting out, it can be just a little thing. You think, oh, I'm not sure about that. Just ask us. And one of us will get back to you. We're always there making sure that everyone's taken care of, because obviously what we want is we want to get more people to get results. Now, you saw those slides earlier. You know, let's come back to that and just like look at the amount of results that we're getting here. You know, I mean, this is just crazy. And it's lovely. What's really lovely about this is that 99% of these people have never, ever done anything like this before in their lives, you know, and they can just come in and start making money literally while they're doing whatever they want to do. That's the thing as well, because I know a lot of people don't have a lot of time to do this stuff. You know, they don't have. You might be in a position where you're working so many hours just to support yourself, and you don't have time for that. Let me drop that link in one more time there. So, James, welcome aboard.
Just having a look at the questions. If you do have any questions, guys, just let me know in the chat box.
This chat box has changed. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm getting bounced all over the place here. Someone asked, are we learning how to sell monthly recurring commission products? Yeah, you'll be selling monthly recurring commission products. You'll be selling high ticket products, and you'll be selling $12, $17, $7 products as well. So a full, you'll be getting those high ticket products. That's the juiciest sales, as well as recurring income products, for sure.
Yeah.
So James said, looking forward to it. Good to have you with us, James.
Awesome, James.
I hope I'm not losing any questions here because the chat box has changed.
I know. I'm just looking through myself. It's definitely different. How much more is there to pay for sign up? That's James. We've answered that one, have we? I think, was that the one that I answered about how much more to spend, sort of thing?
Yeah, could have been. I'm just getting some private ones here. Let me see.
Okay, so I can see. Let me see who we've got. When it first comes through, I only get the email address. I'm gonna guess that Ted has just joined, because that email address looks like that would be the case. So I'll check that on my screen once that updates and welcome you in. There's always a bit of a lag, unfortunately. It's nice to be able to say, you know, John, Dave, etc. But
yeah, we do have another question come in there. Do we have to get approval by ourselves for all of those offers? No, your virtual assistant does that for you. You literally hand over that entire business model to her, and then you move on to the other levels. I don't want you to waste any time whatsoever on this module 1. Get it set up, give it to your virtual assistant, and go on to the higher levels to make even far more money than you can make on the module 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, this takes so long for this to update. Just trying to work out how many have gone now. So I think we can tick the box as being done, right?
Yeah, I think so. Someone asked, will I need a YouTube channel? Yes, you will need a YouTube channel, but you don't need to show your face or your picture or anything on the YouTube channel. So don't worry about that. And you will not be creating the videos yourself.
Yeah, because you know, a lot of people don't want their face on camera and their voice and all that. So, you know, that's good. Yep, it was Ted. Welcome aboard, Ted. Good to see you there. And we also have David. Good to see you, David.
Welcome aboard, Dave. Someone asked, how long is this going to be open for? Until we sell out. So once we sold out, we're going to close it down. So we don't know when that will be.
Yeah. So basically, we usually run a replay after this, and if there are any spots left, but to be honest with you, I mean, the way it's going at the moment, it's not going to take long. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, what you might want to do as well is take a note of that link, and let me just put that back in. I don't know, because I've got moderated chats and stuff here, and it's a bit weird. It's all different. So Ted says, I'm wondering about the 297 upsell. Right, yeah. So the 297 upsell, that is the upgrade for the commission bump. And a lot of the people that you see making more money in this is because they've taken that. So basically what it is, one-time payment. And when you're selling, when you're promoting or you're getting sales from the 100K Alliance itself, you get a bump from 50% to 65% commissions, which makes a massive difference. It really does. And soon pays for itself and then just brings you in a lot more money thereafter. Pronounced Sovi. Okay, James. Okay, so we've got, let me just count up. Right, so 12 spots gone already, guys. So you're going to have to be quick. because they are flying.
So we still have 31 people on. If you have any questions, let us know. How many spots did you say are gone, Trev?
12 are gone, so we've got 8 left. Chris says, has anybody been unsuccessful at this? The only way that you can be unsuccessful at this, Chris, is if you don't do it. And that is it. You know, so if you do it, I mean, obviously we can't guarantee success, but the system works, you know. So, yeah. For everybody that's joined so far, congratulations. You'll be in within minutes and you can get started and start really making a difference. You won't regret this.
For sure, guys. Looking forward to working with you. And like I said, we'll be with you every step of the way in the members area as well. So level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and beyond. We'll be with you every step of the way.
Awesome. Okay, guys, we'll wrap this up. Thanks for your time, and we will speak to you soon. Congrats again. Warm welcome to all those that have joined. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
So there you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And don't forget, I've got those 20 bonuses for you instantly and absolutely free of charge when you get this through my link, which is below this video. So go ahead, join through that link, get my bonuses, get your hands on this amazing program, and start making money without doing any work at all. Do that now, and I'll see you on the inside. You take care. All the best.